Hey everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a drapery fold card, and I'm going to be using papers from the Lovely collection. I'm also going to use stamps from Florals and Flutters and four of the designs from the Lovely collection. And then my sentiment is from the January stamp of the month, but you can use any thank you. So I'm going to use the light side of Evergreen to stamp on and the light side of Bluebell. And I'm going to start out by stamping the butterfly on white daisy cardstock. And then I'm going to stamp in Evergreen ink on the light side of Evergreen. I'm going to stamp these leaves, and those images along with the butterfly will be cut out with the coordinating thin cut. Now, like I said, this sentiment, it's a thank you sentiment, and you can pretty much choose whatever sentiment you like that is about the same size as that. But I chose this one from the January stamp of the month. It says thank you. Okay, so I'm going to cut my floral paper to do my drapery cut. So what I need to do is cut a piece at 4 inches by 11.5 inches. And this technique works best if you have a design that doesn't really have a direction to it. So now I'm going to I'm going to make tick marks 1 inch in at each end. So from the right side and then from the left side. So I'm going to line up these tick marks in my trimmer, and then I'm going to cut. So that leaves me with 2 pieces that are cut at a diagonal. So I'm just going to use one for my card today. And now I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, and you can use your trimmer. You'll see I'll switch this out later, and I'll use the track in my trimmer. So the first score is at 1 inch, and then 2.5 inches, and then 3.25 inches, and then 4.75 inches, and then 5.75 inches. And so now I'm going to bring my trimmer back in and do the rest. So then the next one is at 7.25 inches, 8 inches, 9.5 inches, and then 10.25 inches. Okay. So now what you need to do is accordion fold. So you start by folding the first fold away from you, and then you just smooth it out with your bone folder, and then you bring it in towards you, and then away from you, towards you, and away, and then towards, away. It's just your basic accordion fold. And I'm not being too careful about the top fold because I'm going to be covering that up with some shimmer trim. So just all that smoothed out with your bone folder. And then I'm going to take some of the Aqua Tombow glue, and I'm just putting a couple dots of glue in between these folds just to hold them down. So I'm just going to glue that all together and smooth it out with my bone folder. And then I'm going to go back and put dots on the opposite side so that everything stays flat. Okay, so I'm just going to set a block on it so it can set up and continue trimming my other papers. So this piece I'm going to cut at 5.25 inches by, it's about 3 7/8. It's going to be the same width as my drapery fold piece. And then I'm going to take this other piece of Lovely paper and cut it at 2 inches by 3 7/8 so that it can be at the top portion of the card. And then I'll fussy cut my sentiment out. And I've left kind of a teensy tiny border around it. Okay, so now I'm going to color my butterfly in using tri-blend markers, and I'll do this off screen. Okay, so that's all done, and now I'm going to cut these images out using the coordinating thin cuts. So first the leaves, run that through the Big Shot. So I have 2 of them. So I'm going to make kind of an embellishment cluster at the top of the card. And then I'll cut out the butterfly. Okay. All right, now it's time to assemble our card. So I have my card base, and then I've cut a piece of evergreen cardstock at the same size as my card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'll just tack that down using Tombow tape runner. And then the next piece I will add, leaving a border of evergreen around it. And that pink polka dot piece at the top. Now the drapery piece, I'm going to put that down, and it's gonna, the top of it's going to butt up against the edge of the pink. And again, I'm not too worried about it because that seam I'm going to cover with Bluebell shimmer trim. So I'm just gonna cut out a bit of this, and it's self-adhesive, so I'll just stick that down, and then I'll trim off the excess. And now I'm just going to arrange my little embellishments at the top of the card and kind of figure out where I want them to go. I know I want the thank you to go at the bottom. So we'll go ahead and attach those with some Tombow. And then the butterfly and the thank you with some thin foam tape. So get those down. And then I want to add a little something to that butterfly. So I'm going to bring in my shimmer pen, shimmer brush, and this is in Wisteria. So I'm going to paint a little shimmer onto my butterfly. It's a little hard to see on camera, but it's nice and shimmery and gives it a little extra something. And then I'm going to add some Bluebell glitter gems. So all of these supplies are currently available in my online store. They're all part of the core catalog. And you can go to the URL in the upper right corner of your screen, and I will make a list with links in the description below so you can shop for all of these supplies. So I appreciate you watching my video today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And thanks for watching.